You know, when this journey first began, you know it. I did not know where it was going to lead me. Another episode of A Dose of
Get a
Nicki.
dose of Nicki. If you ever feel down, you wanna be around. Get a dose of Nicki. Get a dose of, get a dose of Nicki. Come get a dose of Nicki. Come get a dose of Nicki. Come get a dose of Nicki.
You know, I was sitting, thinking, and having a conversation with myself, honestly. And I said, I have to share this with my peoples. And I just want to ask you a question. Are you good at telling people what you don't like? Or feel that someone isn't treating you the way you want to be treated? Welcome back to another episode of A Dose of Nicki. Beauties and Buzz, today we are self-checking, okay? And it means, well, I can certainly point out all the things I dislike when it comes to how others treat me. You know, like if they disrespect me in a way, like yelling at me or being aggressive towards me, talking over me, minimizing my opinions. You see, the list can go on. But then I paused and I asked myself, I said, Nicki, do you set boundaries for you? You got boundaries for other people, like, hey, you can't cross the line. I don't like that. You know, I don't really like when people real close up on me and behind me and stuff make me feel uncomfortable. All these things. I got all these things I could point out that others you can't do, or I don't like that. But what about myself? See, I said it's interesting how we can pinpoint all the don'ts for someone else, but struggle to define them for ourselves. Let's hash this out. Sit right here. Sit right next to me. I'm going to talk to you about something. I know that I have to ask myself these things. Is it okay for me to beat myself up while expecting others to treat me kindly? Who do you think has a greater influence over your life? You or someone else? Spoiler alert, it's you. It's totally you. Not them, not they, not her or him. No. It's the person staring back at you in the mirror who holds the most power. Let's think about those times when we've said something negative to ourselves after making a mistake. A simple mistake. It could be something simple. You may have lost a game or miscalculated a bid. What do we say? That was stupid. You could have done better. What's wrong with you? That's what happens when you procrastinate. Are you being lazy? See, that was just laziness right there. These are not positive affirmations. Instead, they're damaging to our self-esteem. We often become comfortable with speaking negatively to ourselves, but are quick to identify it when others do the same to us. Why is it okay for you to do it, but not for them? Here's the thing. When we allow ourselves to be our own worst critics, we inadvertently give others permission to do the same. If you don't feel worthy, your actions will definitely reflect that. See, one of the things I noticed, like for me, I never was in sales because I didn't like the word no. I don't like to be told no like that, right? But others, that brushes right off of them. They have no problems with the person telling them no because they don't personalize it, right? But oftentimes, I've heard other people say that too. Oh, no, I don't like for people to tell me no. That's why I don't do that type of job because, you know, you set yourself up for disappointment and all this other stuff. But I think it's because it feels like the word no is defining your worth. And that's not true. Let's get personal for a moment. See, I struggle with treating myself well at times. So I understand this totally. This this whole thing. That's why I wanted to share it with you all. And especially when it comes to buying things for myself. I'll give you an example. See, recently I wanted a new coat, and it took me a very long time to convince myself to buy this coat. It nearly ran out of inventory. The store nearly ran out of inventory. Can you believe that? That's how long it took me to just make this decision. And the thing was, the coat was definitely worth it. It was on sale, great price, everything, great quality. But I took myself through this emotional roller coaster. I was thinking like it's too expensive, still with the discounts, too expensive, you don't need it. But the truth is sometimes you do need it. And in this case, I needed it. I needed the coat. I finally bought the coat after calling the store to see if it was still available. And the saleswoman actually was really good. She was like, I don't have your size here, but if you find it online, you better get it. And that's what made me get it. And I said, wow. When I got the coat, I said, wonderful. It was totally worth it. And that's when I realized I had been punishing myself for wanting something nice. Imagine that. Punishing myself for wanting something nice. Now, we might not act negatively towards ourselves intentionally, but it happens subliminally. And it's time for self-checking to become a daily practice. Speak positively to yourself. Let yourself know you deserve the best, that you love you. If you struggle with self-image, I wonder, do you look in the mirror and see beauty or ugliness? Remember, it's a choice. Those little changes in perspective can lead to growth from within. It's like when you get a manicure or a pedicure. Do you embrace the moment of relaxation and pampering? I hope so. Or has it become a chore? Just a regular routine. Something that you have to do every 2 weeks. Like if you had a presentation. You had some sort of presentation you had to give. You have to recognize that you have valuable knowledge to share. Not to be like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I can't believe they want to do it. I don't know if I could do it. I can't take it, and have all this negative thoughts in your head before the presentation even occurred. And after you do the presentation, you find out, wow, it wasn't bad after all. I was pretty confident. I did very well. But you beat yourself up before you got to that point. Isn't that something? I want you to remember, you are worthy of love and respect from you, especially from yourself. That's important. Stop being your own worst critic and become your number one fan. Love all up on you. It enhances your beauty. And we talked about that before. So if your sneakers are leaning, get a new pair that fits you well. Don't squeeze into something that doesn't serve you. For years, I turned down vacation invites, claiming it wasn't the right time, or no money, I don't have any money, or I'm afraid to fly, etc. Any excuse in the book, I would come up with all kinds of stuff. But then I realized how much I invested in my children's activities while neglecting my own needs. It doesn't make you selfish to include yourself in the plans. Start taking action and investing in yourself. Show others how to treat you by treating yourself well. See, I have a girlfriend who models this beautifully. I invited her recently to an activity, to do some sort of activity, and she graciously declined, saying she had too much on her plate. And that told me she respected herself. And that taught me a valuable lesson. Because I respected her. Because she respected herself first. Isn't that something? So beauties and buds, let's commit to self-check-in. Let's be intentional about how we treat ourselves. Because that sets the tone for how others will treat us. Remember, you are worthy, deserving, and beautiful just as you are. I thank you for tuning into A Dose of Nicki. And until next time, love yourself fiercely and be well. Be well.
Come get a dose of Nicki. Come get a dose of Nicki. Come get a dose of Nicki.